Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. Benjamin Cowan here on Twitter posting this. The streak is finally over. 9 red weeks for Bitcoin has now come to an end. So on the weekly chart, I've got Bitcoin here, and as you guys can see, the last 9 weeks were red weeks. And if I'm correct on this, that was a record for Bitcoin bears. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then last week closed with a green candlestick, looking fairly bullish with a long wick, short tail, and a short body. So, we're assuming this is going to be a reversal candlestick. And this week, obviously starting the week off, looking fairly bullish for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin right now trading at about $31,400, just looking at that on the hourly. You guys can see Bitcoin has seen a bit of a bullish trend over the last several hours since yesterday evening, coming out of this level of support here, breaking above that $30,000 mark with conviction, or at least that's what it looks like as of now. And XRP trading right now at about 40.5 cents as well, 0.406. So we can see XRP has also come up out of that funk and starting to break out of that level of support as well. So crypto market turning a little bit, and seeing that green candlestick finally breaking that record does feel pretty good, I gotta say. That's not to say that we still might not be in for some bearish activity in the coming weeks or coming months, because this is just one small piece of the trend, right? Looking at it even on the daily doesn't really tell us too much. It's good news for day traders, for example, but for a lot of us, if we're holding for a longer period of time, we're waiting for the trend activity to reverse on a longer time frame, and so we are looking for patterns. We're looking for consolidation perhaps during the summer, and then finally in the fall we're looking for that breakout, especially for Bitcoin, to make new all-time highs, and hopefully alts will do the same. But it's a good start. Every little bit counts. Ant1 here on Twitter posting this with regards to Ripple partner Fiserv. Trust Payments expands Fiserv relationship to enable long-term growth. Trust Payments, a disruptive leader in fintech specializing in frictionless payments and value-added services, is expanding their existing relationship with Fiserv to support the company's ambitious growth and worldwide expansion plans. The new long-term agreement builds on the company's successful collaboration since 2012 and will allow Trust Payments to provide its clients with on-demand payment capabilities enabled by acquiring as a service, or AQAS, capabilities from Fiserv. The emergence of AQAS, or AQAAS, I don't know how to pronounce that, has made it possible for a broader range of fintechs beyond financial institutions or large payment processors to become merchant acquirers, enabling the acceptance of card payments for their clients. And guys, here is a quote: "Enabling card payment acceptance is a must for any company looking to include payments as part of their services mix. And for fintechs offering payment acceptance, the selection of a processing partner is critical, as their advice, experience, flexibility, and reliability have a strategic impact on business operations and growth." This coming from Adam Bowman, Vice President of Acquiring as a Service at Fiserv. Trust Payments is one of the industry's most dynamic payment partners, and we are proud to extend our relationship with them as they accelerate their growth and serve even more businesses. So we have Fiserv, which is Ripple enabled, but we also have this other company, Trust Payments, here, that they are boasting also has a very efficient system for payments. Trust Payments is seeing rapid growth with a 73% increase in total revenues last year as more merchants recognize the need for digitization of payments and commerce, partially fueled by the rise in contactless spending and the need to meet growing customer demand for omni-channel experiences. So these guys have already had a long-standing relationship, they mentioned here, since 2012. Now, expanding that relationship, focusing on building a new relationship, enabling card payment acceptance. We know since the landscape is changing, of course, the technology is changing as well. And, since we know that Fiserv is a Ripple partner, that I'm sure does lend to this particular partnership becoming stronger. Anyway, I wanted to thank Ant1 for posting that. With regards to Algorand, guys, this coming from Kenwood Capital, despite the market downturn, we are actually seeing more investors investing in Algorand, or at least more activity on the Algorand blockchain. Listen to this, the true story of what Algorand investors are doing in anticipation of another rally. So just to bring it up real quick, and I know some of you guys may be invested in Algorand. Maybe some of you are looking to get into Algorand. Here's Algorand on the daily, and And right now it's trading at about 42 cents. It did see a high right up here of about $2.83 back in November at the peak of that bull run. So we have actually seen Algorand take quite a dip over the last several months. It is down about 85%, okay? So down in similar proportions to cryptocurrencies like Cardano. We've seen big gains for Algorand over the last couple of years, but now a huge decline. And some are thinking this is a great buying opportunity, considering what this project is and where they're projected to go in the future. So just down here, guys, according to on-chain data, Algo is somewhat attracting more investors towards it. In fact, the network saw an arrival of 1.1 million new addresses in the week before the crash. Now we're talking about the crash, the most recent crash that we saw for Algorand right in and around here. So if I just remove that, you guys can see that a little better here. Right in and around here, there was the crash, but 1.1 million new Algorand wallets were created before that crash. Although these were new investors for Algorand, this is merely recovery. As the network had already lost 10.6 million holders, this figure accounted for 65% of all Algorand addresses. Chart down here just demonstrating some more Algorand statistics. Total with balances, you guys can see it is still, although we did see a bit of a dip, it is still trending upwards. So that's also good to note. Over the same period of time, there were activity spikes as well. Between May 2nd and May 8th, for instance, over 350,000 investors were actively participating on chain. This was a hike of over 1,000%, guys, 1,160% from the average figure of 28,000, which also suddenly disappeared as the market crashed. So we are seeing investors interested in the Algorand blockchain, interested in the Algo token in particular. And I think, even the retail investors are starting to get smarter and smarter. With the amount of content that's on YouTube now, I think it's a lot easier for people to make informed investment decisions based on, even what content creators discuss about certain cryptocurrency projects. I know us in the XRP community, we've been doing it for years, but now more and more projects are becoming more mainstream. And also, you got to think, right, there's more and more access to a lot of these projects. So I think a lot more retail investors now are realizing, hey, look, let's research some of these coins and let's pick the best project. And, of course, if you've done enough research, you realize how many good projects there really are. And then comes the big problem. Which ones do I invest in, or do I sprinkle my capital throughout? So it's looking as though Algorand investors are finding, benefits in this project. And, despite the fact that we are seeing, or we have seen an algo dip, and it's not just Algorand, of course, it's the rest of the market. It's all coins at this moment in time. What we are seeing is interested investors buying at a critical point to maximize their investment here. So finding this support level, Algorand right now trading at about 42 cents, finding support there and purchasing Algorand, as we can see by this on-chain activity. So wanted to thank Kenwood Capital for posting that. Another one here, guys, from Crypto Eddie talking about Ripple partner Tranglo, and they keep boasting about the on-demand liquidity that they are providing through Ripple. Jackie Lee is Tranglo Group's CEO. He explained to EFMA's Boris Plantier how his company is simplifying cross-border payments so its users can focus on keeping their customers happy. So here's just another blog post, guys. I will link it in the description. It just outlines some of this stuff that we already know, but they do include in here applying for Ripple's on-demand liquidity service, which we know has been a big move for Tranglo and why part of their business has been thriving so well. But I wanted to keep you guys up to date on this particular company. What is coming next for Tranglo? Tranglo is an expert in cross-border payments, especially in the Asia-Pacific region. Moving forward, we are expanding our services to Europe, North America, and the Gulf states. We are also building a shared network of payment connectors thanks to a partnership with Ripple. By integrating our tech, we are aiming to enhance the cross-border payment experience in Southeast Asia and beyond. We are also improving service delivery through system enhancements, such as the use of blockchain and digital currency for settlement. So they're stating it right here, utilizing that XRP cryptocurrency for settlement. They're not naming XRP specifically, but considering their partnership with Ripple, I think that is already implied. This allows us to better meet the business needs of our partners. So real-world utility obviously being driven to the XRPL through this particular partnership with Tranglo, and that's just one of many different partnerships that Ripple has forged over the last several years. We're seeing a lot of activity in these regions of the world. 95% of Ripple's business is happening outside of the United States, at least as of, I think, a few months ago when Brad Garlinghouse mentioned that publicly. So it really has not hindered Ripple by any stretch of the imagination. If anything, they are just growing partnerships, as mentioned here by Tranglo. Tranglo is looking to expand even further. And I feel like, being a Ripple partner, having such an efficient method that really helps your payment business take off. It almost makes these companies feel all like Superman. Look at what we can do. We can do so much. But, when you have the competition also running on RippleNet, which is, what we said years ago was going to happen, it was going to be a domino effect. Well, now they all have to keep up with each other. And what else can we offer? And one strategy that we have been seeing over the last several years is acquisitions, getting bigger, taking up more business share, taking a bigger piece of the pie. And, some of these companies are even moving into new geographical regions. So, starting in Asia Pacific, but now Tranglo, for example, moving into Europe, North America, and the Gulf states. So interesting to say the least. Of course, RippleNet providing that better mousetrap for these types of companies to really thrive. And, if their competition, again, is also Ripple enabled, they need something else. They need another leg up. They need another type of strategy in order to keep growing and stay competitive. This is exactly what that flywheel effect is. The free market is going to expand. These companies are going to continue to thrive, utilizing the XRPL for payments, all to this point here of XRP eventually reaching triple digits. Now, this was posted on Twitter from Watcher Guru. Ex-Ripple developer Matt Hamilton predicts XRP will hit $100, and in quotes, at some point. Well, Matt Hamilton went on the record and he just wanted to clarify something, because he says, I don't do price predictions, okay? For anyone being taken by the removal of context, here it is. So we have to take this into context. He did in fact say that it could hit $100. Well, anyway, let me read you guys this so you guys understand the context here. First, I just want to go down here with Matt mentioning me. I don't make price predictions. Crypto Gutter Press. Matt Hamilton predicts. Which I kind of think is funny because, you got to take things into context. Nobody is saying that any cryptocurrency for that matter. I mean, you have the Bitcoin maximalists saying, laser eyes, $100,000, and eventually it will get there. And I guess in the same breath, I think it's safe to say Matt Hamilton is saying the same. At some point, it could get there. We just don't know how and when. And he's extending that by saying if. I mean, he's not saying confirmed XRP $100. So here was the context. This was a video, I guess, done by Max Walker Williams here. Another day, another YouTube video this time. What you might not know about Ripple and why XRP could go to $100. Again, not to say that it can't, but we got to put in the context here. So this is what happened. Sir Bitcoin posted this scam warning GIF. Max Walker Williams said, "What do I sell, steal or scam?" Sir Bitcoin here saying XRP is a scam. So he's just kind of getting volatile in this Twitter thread. This, suggesting it could hit $100 is ludicrous. It's overvalued by 99%, and I'm being kind at the current valuation. Max Walker Williams saying your GIF doesn't say. So they're just kind of arguing about XRP and whether the price prediction is legitimate or not. Suggested a scam can 250x from here makes you a scammer, says Sir Bitcoin. If you were credible, you would have skipped the could go to $100 video and just released the could go to $0 video. But you didn't. Instead, you tagged the rest of the XRP scammers for engagement. You are a scammer. And so, you got Bitcoin maxis here doing their whole FUD song and dance bit. And here's where Matt Hamilton came in. So to give you guys some context, Matt Hamilton was part of the XRP community. He has since, I believe over the last year or so, did decide to start working for Ripple. And then I believe within the last year, I think he was there for about a year, and then he left Ripple for personal reasons, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, that is besides the point. Matt Hamilton is a developer, knows a lot about the XRP ledger, knows a lot about the ins and outs of the technology behind DLT. And so he said, centralized database. Okay, so future valuations are very much subjective, and no one has a crystal ball. But pretending you don't know the difference between a blockchain and a centralized database is not going to help your assessments of things. The XRP ledger is decentralized. So there was some arguments here about the XRP ledger being centralized. And then he wrote, what makes you think the XRP ledger is a centralized database? You know how blockchains work, right? I don't make price predictions, and this is a quote from Matt Hamilton. Quote, I don't make price predictions, but I don't see why XRP couldn't hit $100 at some point. Just question of time. If you said in 2009 that Bitcoin would hit $60,000, you'd be laughed. And I think he meant laughed at. So here you go. This was the quote. he's saying, yeah, absolutely, there is the potential for XRP to reach $100 at some point in time. That's certainly not out of the question altogether. However, he's saying, no, this is not a price prediction. I don't make price predictions. And what he's ultimately saying is through utility, through eventual, or rather, as the use cases ramp up, we will see more demand being driven to the XRPL, and we're just not there yet. It still might take some time, but the fact of the matter remains. XRP, as David Schwartz says, needs to be a high enough price in order for Ripple to target those high value payments that they've been focusing on since the beginning. And so we start small, baby steps, right? Crawl, walk, run. Remember that from 2018, Brad Garlinghouse going on the record saying, now we're kind of somewhere in the middle. The utility is really what's going to drive demand for XRP price. And so a $100 coin, certainly not off the table, but he's saying this is not a prediction by any stretch. So I thought I would just clear that up for you guys who may have been seeing these videos, thinking Matt Hamilton has gone on the record saying XRP will definitely hit $100 per coin. But that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.